Here's why your sales reps aren't getting the results you want them to get consistently. Hey, this is for the sales leaders, for the sales executives, and for the business owners, CEOs, or anybody else who gives a real care about what performance looks like from your salespeople, what you're trying to get them to accomplish, and if they're consistent or inconsistent. As a sales trainer and performance coach who's been doing this for over 15 years, both independently with my own company and internally for a company, I know what makes performance happen consistently. And one thing that people try to throw at performance is training. But here's the thing, and I learned this from one of my mentors, Brad, and he said it this way. He said, it takes 4 things for training to take, which translates into performance results. And it's this: you have to have good content, which means you have to have a good sales process, which means you got to have people who are knowledgeable and all are on the same page, following the same path to make it stick, right? You have to have good content. You have to have repetition of that content. I don't care how good your content is or your process is or your wisdom is. If they only hear it one time, it's not going to take, it's not going to stick. They got to hear it over and over and over and over and over again till it finally embeds and sinks in. So there's got to be repetition. There's got to be practice. Let's not kid ourselves. If there's something that needs to be said or done or asked or executed upon, it's not going to, the muscle memory is not there unless there's repetition behind it. And then finally, and here's the big one, and this one's for sales leaders and owners and CSOs and everybody. If you're not holding your sales professionals accountable and responsible for the things that you tell them to do from a behavior, from an activity standpoint that's going to produce the results, then it's not going to take. I see time and time again, over and over and over. I've worked with over 200 companies, small, medium, and large, and I can tell you this: if sales leaders and owners, sales managers, CSOs, whatever sales leadership they are, don't hold them accountable for the actions, the behaviors, and the activities that create the results, they're going to be inconsistent. They're not going to meet their goals. And many times I see sales leaders or business owners or CEOs or managing partners or whatever give an inch and say, okay, guys, well, here's what your compensation plan says. And if you don't meet this metric, then you guys are required to do this, this, and this. Or if you don't hit this result, you're required to do this, this, and this. But also, if you hit that metric, then you know you're not accountable, or you don't have to worry about doing X, Y, and Z. And I will share this with you. It happens, and it's. I get frustrated by this. I really do. Without fail, if you give an inch, it will unravel. They will take a mile, and they will not get the results you want. So, like my mentor Brad said, good content, a good process, a proven process. With repetition, they got to hear it over and over and over and over and over again. Practice. You're kidding yourself if you're not practicing. If you're learning something new, you've got to practice for it to embed and for that muscle memory to be there, whether it's questions you're asking, things that you're saying, presentations you're doing, and then finally, accountability. If there's no accountability from management, from leadership, from ownership, you're not going to get the results consistently. Listen, if I can be of service and help you guys to implement that and get the best results from your salespeople, shoot me a DM or leave a comment below this video, and let's have a conversation. Good content, practice, repetition, accountability.